welcome back to more Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. Back for more Klaude's route in chapter 3 this time. I don't know what happened in the last episode, last chapter, you guys, if I'm going to be very honest. Other than the fact that we talked a little bit more about Klaude's, well, not really talked about Klaude's insecurity, but we talked to his brother, so Lance. So Lance was kind of, we came across Lance by himself late at night when we were out just clearing our head, and he was very nervous about his speech, like giving the speech or this addressing, this public addressing. And he was like, I'm really bad at this, like I think Klaude would be way better at this because of the way that he is. And that sort of hinted back to how Klaude was like, oh, Lance is like always stealing the spotlight from people, and etc, etc. And it sort of implies about the whole underlying issue of like the brothers are more similar than they originally thought they were, because again, Klaude was supposed to be next in line in Brigantia for the royal throne, and then of course because he's marrying us, he has to give up the crown in Brigantia in order to become a prince consort here in our kingdom. So the crown is now passed on to Lance. So Lance is just saying how like, oh yeah, before like I never really had to worry about these sorts of things, these more serious princely duties, but now that Claude's stepped down from the throne in Brigantia, now I have to I have to step into this role, and it's really overwhelming. It's very it's scary. So we're like, okay, no worries, just like talk to your brother about this. Like I think he would appreciate it, because again, I feel like Klaude needs to be shown that his brother isn't all perfect, isn't all everybody like completely perfect and is vulnerable himself. So it's just like, hey, he has his own insecurities as well, the same way that you do. So talk things out, because you're brothers. But anyways, regardless, we what else? We walked in on Klaude playing the piano. That was nice. That was nice. I feel like I'm really screwing up a lot on like some of the answers for him. We're not really getting, I haven't seen the clock show up a lot, so I'm pretty sure we're headed towards getting his only his good ending, not his true ending, but whatever. It is what it is. I don't know where this is. I don't know if it's close. Again, we're still working up towards the day of our birthday. He got us another gift. Oh yeah, I think he did get us another gift. Oh wait, we tried to make him a gift. We tried to demonstrate our magic to Lance, I think, and we did something that's a little bit out of our comfort zone, because I thought, it would kind of impress Klaude in a way, but I don't know. I don't know if it worked, but yeah, I think he got us another gift. I can't remember what the gift was, but I'm sure it'll show up at some point. But anyways, yeah, so let's continue on. Let's just go ahead, continue on in the chapter, and then we'll see if we can get caught up as the things are happening. So the hallway is lively in the late morning, but I barely pay attention to the servants I pass as I make my way through it. A few of the servants noticed my hurried pace and stare after me, no doubt curious as to why I'm rushing down the halls. Oh yeah, no. We went to bed. I don't know. I think we went to bed at some point, and we kept having like nightmares or like this sense of unease as we are sleeping, because there seems to be like a disturbance in the force, is how I like to put it. Because she's like the Tedderbearing Bear, so she kind of senses a lot of negative energy. She's more sensitive to that. So she's like, I thought I sensed something, but like it seemed like it was coming from like someone beside me, it would be Klaude. So, but Klaude so far has been in denial that, oh, nothing's going wrong, like nothing's going on with me, like I'm fine, it's okay, whatever. But we're like, I don't know about that. So yeah, I guess that's something to note. But anyways, so a few of the servants noticed my hurried pace, but yeah, I'm rushing down the hall. I ignore them. Where am I going? Where am I running? What reason could Parfait have for summoning me so late? I was woken this morning by a knock heralding a letter delivery. It was marked as urgent and had been sent by Parfait earlier today. Parfait prefaced it with an apology, then explained that she and Delora had something that they needed to discuss with me. Apparently it cannot wait. Everyone planned for a late breakfast today so I could sleep in too. Aww. Klaude was already gone when I woke. I was expecting as much considering today is my birthday and he has been the one heading the plans for it. Ah, okay, so today is our actual birthday. Gotcha. I've already told my family that I will be missing breakfast on account of Parfait's letter, but I have yet to see Klaude. I turned the corner in a rush and only barely managed to stop myself from colliding with someone coming down the other side of the hallway. Up the hall. It's Klaude! Hannah! Oh gosh. I step back from Klaude as he stares at me, looking flustered, as if he too had been running. I heard that you were leaving the palace for some personal business? Yeah. Parfait sent me an abrupt letter this morning saying that she had something to discuss with me. Oh, Klaude looks clearly disgruntled by this news. On your birthday? I know. Hopefully something serious. Like, I hope like it's like urgent because it's like, oh my god, it's your birthday, come quickly, we need to give you this surprise. I think it's a surprise. I'm pretty sure it's a surprise. Oh. He suddenly falls to his knees and clasps my hands in his. I am startled when he presses his lips to the back of it and smiles. What? A very happy birthday to you, my beautiful Hannah. I had a feeling he was like, oh, I forgot to wish her a happy birthday. Of course, Klaude would not be that person who would forget to wish someone he loves a happy birthday. Very dramatically at that too. To you, my beautiful Hannah, my love, my sunshine, my beautiful betrothed. Thanks. The greeting is so familiar, I cannot help but blush. Klaude cocks an eyebrow at me as he stands. He leans forward and plants a quick kiss on my lips. All right, now that I've done what was necessary, thanks. He looks at me again, disgruntled. They're really doing this on you. They're really doing this on your birthday? I know. I can't be helped. Apparently so. Klaude grunts a response before shrugging his shoulders. If that is the case, he takes a step forward toward me. What? Would you allow me to accompany you? Yeah, sure. What? I had something special planned for breakfast, but if you cannot be there, I would at least rather be by your side. Oh, you're so sweet. I can leave early to make sure that things here are taken care of. Oh, was he rushing to catch up to me for that reason? Oh. But if he tags along, won't he be even more pressed for time? Allow him to tag along, insist he stay at the palace. No, I think we should say yes. He was the one who suggested it. Who am I to stop him, really? As long as he kind of knows. Like, hey, like, he can handle himself. Yeah, tag along. He is the one that insists on tagging along, and I always appreciate Klaude's company. Right, exactly. Perfect. Okay, I will meet you at the palace gates in a few minutes then. I just need to tell everyone that I plan on being out for a short time. He ducks and plants a kiss on my cheek before rushing off, leaving me to once again walk down the corridors on my own. I do not have to wait long for Klaude to appear at the gates. Wow, he's fast. Sorry to keep you waiting, Hannah. No, I just got here. She glances around the clearing. No carriage? Oh, I asked, but they have yet to prepare one. I guess it's such short notice. Perhaps we should just walk to the march-in. Okay, I stifle a sigh. Relax, darling. Parfait and Delora have already waited this long. I'm sure they can afford you some time to breathe in some fresh air. Oh, he holds out his arm to me with a flourish, a smile on his face. Shall we? Okay. I loop my arm through his with a resigned smile. We shall. The town is lively today, but still not crowded as it is in the afternoon. I really do feel bad that everyone went out of the way to eat breakfast so late on my account. I told them it was for some important meeting with Parfait, but still. What could it be so urgent she had to call me out here now? The walk through town is mostly uneventful. I am relieved that no one goes out of their way to speak a birthday greeting to me. When Emmeline mentioned Klaude wanting the town folks to celebrate with me, I was half worried that they would rush me when I come out of the palace. Yet the town is as it always is, which is a great relief. I greet people respectfully when they call out to me, but otherwise keep to myself. We are close to the march-in when I stop, hearing a conversation that piques my curiosity. Oh, I do wonder whatever happened to her. She was just here one day, then gone the next. Beautiful, mysterious women tend to do that, I suppose. Are they talking about, like, karma? She was mysterious, wasn't she? It's been years since she was seen. Maybe she really was just a fairy passing by. Or perhaps a witch? Her beauty was mesmerizing enough that she seemed more than just human. She had a rather mysterious name too, didn't she? Miss Karma. Yes, that is Miss Karma. I cannot believe people are still talking about his disguise from 2 years ago. I mean, iconic. What can I say?
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment.
I cannot help but glimpse at Klaude, who is grinning at me mischievously. Perhaps one day the enigmatic Miss Karma will appear in town again. Is she a fairy or a witch? None may ever know. It is indisputable, however, that she is the second most beautiful lady in the realm. Second most beautiful? It is not like you to be so humble. Don't say it's me. Don't say I'm the first, because... Come on now. Klaude looks at me pointedly. Well, she certainly isn't as lovely as another fair maiden that I know. Stop it. Stop. Klaude's only response is a wink. I continue to walk, my eyes now on the marchand. I wonder how the townsfolk would feel if they realized that Miss Karma somehow became the crown prince of Angiel. Cheated feels like it would be putting it mildly. I mean, stranger things happened. When I finally arrive at the marchand door, I stop, relishing the nostalgia that comes over me. I do most of my magic practices at the palace and forest now, which means that I barely have reason to come to the marchand. 2 years ago, this place was lively, always crowded with patrons who were seeking to break their curses. Ever since I became the Tenebrarian bearer and dispelled those curses on my own, the place has become significantly less busy. Now it is just a normal tavern, though I hear many of the previously cursed still come here. I put my hand to the door and pause. It feels as if the marchand is holding its breath. I think it's just a surprise party. I don't know. I should make this quick. It's almost noon and I cannot miss lunch as well. I turn the doorknob and step inside. Oh, I am expecting quiet and serenity, but the moment I step foot through the front door, there's a loud outburst of sound from every direction of the room. Happy birthday, Princess Hana! Yes, I knew it was a surprise. Goddamn. The words are only the primary greeting. After them comes a shower of petals that fall from the ceiling. I realize as they fall to my feet that they are white. Oh, lily. Lily petals? Yes, of course, because it's my flower. I stare at the sight before me with wide eyes. The marchand is mostly unchanged except for a few flourishes here and there. Lilies line some of the shelves, and I can see through the doorway that the tables in the tavern area are decorated. Finally, I noticed a group of people gathered by the door. I live for moments like this, where I can see our ever so stoic princess stunned into silence. Yes, the woman was too stunned to speak. One would hope that she would find a surprise party surprising. Yes, it is. I came here for urgent business. Well, this is very urgent. It's your birthday. The words leave my mouth before I can even think them. My cheeks are warm and my head is spinning. I cross my arms, my face still flushed with embarrassment. I turn to glance behind me and see Klaude looking at me. He is smiling at me smugly as if in triumph. Yeah, he knew. You knew about this all along. But of course, yeah, I did help plan it after all. Aww. So what he said at the palace was a well-crafted lie? Yes, it was. You forget that I am very good at keeping secrets. I step into the room, the surprise finally sinking in. I look around and see familiar faces I haven't seen in a while. Even more surprising, my family and Lance are among them. My family too? So the late breakfast is like, nah, we're just gonna sneak out of the palace about the late breakfast thing. It's okay. We'll tell her we're having a late breakfast, but you know. I saw them all before I left the palace. How did they get here? Transportation spell? I assume? When I asked the explanations, I am told that the royal family was transported to the marchand by Waltz, who used the transportation spell, of course. Duh. Everyone else had been gathered in the marchand before that, making arrangements and setting up the impressive array of food I can see in that tavern area. Oh well, this is considered a brunch then. They're like, yeah, we're gonna have a late lunch, or breakfast. Here, at the tavern, and your surprise birthday party. Although the venue is smaller, it is more comfortable. This is so much nicer than a grand party at the palace. No formalities are required. I much prefer the nostalgia of the marchand to the stiff royals. Yes. I am led as a guest of honor into the tavern area. Aw, so sweet. Everyone's so nice to me. There is, sure enough, a banquet set out on all the tables. Some of my favorite foods are on the menu, and it is impossible to miss the drinking fountain. Is that... what? A drinking fountain filled with a special birthday juice, princess. What birthday juice is this? There are fancy goblets laid out just beside the fountain, already filled with the concoction. The goblets on their own are not telling the truth, but I recognize the chameleon topper, so this is the juice that Emmeline was tasting in the dining hall. Yes. Oh, it was for girl. Emmeline moves to stand in front of the drinking fountain, a bright smile on her face. I notice Lance standing with her. More likely than not, he has been assisting her with this since he arrived. Emmeline gestures to the goblets and the drinking fountain behind them. I present to you Hannah's special drink, the Lily. There's a round of applause, followed by some murmuring. I notice upon further inspection that the chameleon topper on the drink now has a small lily placed on its head. Oh, cute, yeah. Oh, it's adorable, but... is there a reason there's a chameleon on it? Oh. I'm going to assume that represents a certain spoiled princeling. Oh, I don't mind it. How rude. Well, I still think it's precious. Yeah, I think it's cute too. Because chameleons are precious. Yeah, there's never a dull moment in this place, is there? Everyone scatters in different directions at that point. Some make their way immediately to the food tables, while others begin to engage in conversation. It is a small get-together, but the people here are all comfortable enough with each other that it is easy for them to converse. Somehow, even despite the fact that the royal family should look out of place, they do not. Maybe it is the fact that they have already met everyone at the tavern before at the palace. Even Lance seems at ease. Oh. I am just about to make my way over to the large food display when a familiar voice stops me in my tracks. Oh, it's Chevalier. Look at him. It's been too long, princess. I miss seeing your radiant scowl. Even every time I think he's changed, this happens. Chevalier laughs when I frown at him. And there it is. I'd much rather see you smile, though. It is your birthday after all. Yeah. 2 years ago, when I lifted Chevalier's curse, he remembered that he was a doctor. Yes. He became more serious after that, and went back to his work with a commitment that surprised everyone. I hear that because his clinic is close, because his clinic is close, he visits the Marchant often. How have you been? I've been well, princess. I have to thank you for your recommendation a month ago. My recommendation? What was that? You recommended my clinic to a renowned nobleman, Lord Decimond. Was it? One recommendation led to another, and now I have an influx of patients. I found out not long ago that Chevalier frequently refused gold from people out of his own selflessness, gosh. Because I could not convince him to take the gold, I recommend a nobleman to his clinic instead. Now he has no reason to refuse payment. It is my pleasure, but please make sure to keep some of the gold for yourself, right? Just like as a, like a commission, or I don't know. It doesn't have to be like a base, like, what's it called? Base price. I hope you won't put Hana's efforts to waste with your selflessness again. Klaude suddenly stands beside me with a scowl on his face. A pleasure to see you too, your highness. Both men frown at each other. For some reason, they are still curt with each other. Yeah, because you always keep flirting with Miss Karma, and he never liked that. But do they really need to act like children? Oh, Hannah. Oh, yes, Lance. Lance suddenly appears at Chevalier's other side with a bright smile. I came to ask, okay? About what? I came to ask... Oh. He looks at Chevalier, who is staring between him and Klaude with wide eyes. What? What? There's two of you. Well, they're brothers. Lance laughs. I would be Klaude's brother, yes. I am Prince Lance of Brigantia. It is an honor to meet you. An honor? You're the renowned Angel doctor, Chevalier Dumont, yes? Your reputation precedes you. Chevalier eyes his Lance skeptically. You know me? I think everyone knows you. And more importantly, you're being nice to me? His eyes flicker between Klaude and Lance. Like, how are you two related? Other than by looks. Like, I don't understand. Lance looks at him perplexed. He looks a little at a loss. Klaude, on the other hand, is just staring between the two of them, unimpressed. He's like, ugh, my two least favorite people. Come on now. Claude. Be nice. Maybe I should say something? Sure. What should I say though? This is kind of awkward. Praise Chevalier, assist Lance, remain silent. I'm just gonna remain silent. I cannot help but recall my previous conversation with Lance. He told me that he is more comfortable speaking with people one-on-one, and yet he seems at a loss for words here. He needs to learn how to get out of these situations on his own. This will be a good practice for him. And I don't think any of the answers that are given, besides remaining silent, will make Klaude happy. Guys, come on now. Guys, help me out here. Chevalier is still squinting at Lance suspiciously. The silence persists for a few more moments before Klaude breaks it. He lets out a deep sigh and steps between the two of them. You call me judgmental, and yet you're already assuming things about my brother. How very hypocritical of you. Oh, look at him, he's defending Lance. Lance is... Klaude shrugs. He's okay. He's right. Lance is not me. No, Lance is definitely easier to get along with than Klaude. It's okay. I still love you for it, don't worry. Even though you're a little bit hard to get along, Klaude, I still love you. That's not a bad thing. Darling, you wound me. Both Lance and Chevalier laugh at that. Klaude scowls a little as he turns away and takes my hand. In the moment that Klaude looks away, I notice Lance flash a grateful smile at him. See? Yeah, I got it. So Klaude can actually be brotherly when he tries. Chevalier and Lance seem to become a bit more comfortable with each other after the interruption. Klaude pulls me away while they continue conversing. Well, at least someone gets along with that man. Everyone except you. Klaude shrugs. Some things do not change. It's okay. We part ways after that, Klaude going to speak with my family while I make my way toward the Martian borders. Hey, Waltz, princess! Waltz strides past the conversing Lance and Chevalier to greet me. If it isn't Angie Elsa's favorite magician. Favorite is a bit of an overstatement, but thank you. How have your lessons been going? I assume they have been a success, as you haven't made my last 3 lessons with Delora. I was actually going to apologize for that. No, it's okay. There is no need. There are young witches who require your counsel a lot more than me. Shortly after Waltz's curse was dispelled, he made good on his deal to help teach me magic. I used to see him more often before he decided that he was going to become a magic tutor for young witches. Waltz is very good with children. Yes, he is. How have your Tenebrarium responsibilities been? It's been going. Princess? I have been having more nightmares recently, but it is no cause for concern. Well, stop. I can see you already worrying. It's in my nature to worry about friends, you know. It's okay. Walt has been helping me remember some of my lost memories now that he is no longer cursed. With his help, I have been able to recall our previous friendship. Yes. Today is a day for celebration. You're not allowed to worry about me. But, no, it's okay. That is an order from your princess. Let's see. We can worry, but we can worry about it in the future, but right now it's my birthday and I command you to enjoy yourself. Walt smiles as he puts a hand on his chest and bows. I have no choice but to obey then, I suppose. Our conversation turns to more lighthearted things after that. Okay. The jovial hours pass by in a blur, with the exception of Jurian and Garland, who are both back at the palace because of their important night duties. Everyone I know is here. It is a pleasant break to catch up with all of them. After some time, a large cake is brought out. After some time, a large cake is brought floating in by Parfait. Wow! Oh wow! Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god, I love it! That's such a cute cake. Everyone in the room grows quiet as they gape at the massive size of it. The cake is 5 different layers, and without magic, would have required at least 6 people to carry. I was under the impression that this cake would be small. And then Claude's gonna be like, it is small. Oh, but it is. Yeah, I know him. Lance gasps aloud as he points at the cake. His usual composure is broken completely when he waves his hands in the air, a wonder-filled smile on his face. A Brugantian top cake. I haven't had one in years. Oh. A what? A what now? Oh, I've heard about Brigantian top cakes. They're incredibly difficult to make because of all the different layers, and the largest cakes are said to be slant on account of them being so tall. Oh. You see, it is small. This one is nowhere near collapsing on itself. Klaude is filled with pride when he tells me that he commissioned some of the best bakers in Angeal to undertake the task of making the cake. While the actual decorating was done by professional bakers, the more complex details were apparently crafted by witches. Interesting. Delore herself has made the trick candles on the top, which refuse to blow out no matter how many times I huff at them. Hey now! I end up turning the fire to ice to get them to stop burning. Okay. Oh wow, we party to the night. We party into the night. The party till the sun goes down. By the time everyone is done with their cake, the daylight has been replaced with swaths of gentle moonlight. The festivities are just about wrapped up for the night when Klaude approaches me, insisting that we return to the palace so that he can give me his last gift. Aww. At first I assume all of us are simply going to be teleported to the palace, but my family insists that I go on ahead of them. Father has something he wishes to discuss with Delora Parfait, and Ophelia is in a surprisingly animated conversation with a niece who is discussing some complicated recipe with her. I decide to head back to the palace early with Klaude after saying my goodbyes to everyone. Okay. Oh, nightly stroll, how romantic. I expect my stroll through town to be leisurely, but am surprised to see bright lights and decorations when we come into the plaza area. Aww. Specially crafted lanterns hang from the shingles of the rooftops, and the town floor is littered with both white and red flower petals. Everywhere I look, there are stalls decorated with lilies and roses. Oh, what is all this? A celebration, obviously. The plaza is at the heart of grand festivities. The stalls are filled with games, music, and food. Everything is either lily or rose themed, and everywhere I look, I see smiling faces and laughing crowds. Aw, how cute. Emmeline said that they wanted some way to celebrate my birthday with the townsfolk, but I was expecting them to distribute a drink, not all of this. Oh, but it's nice though, isn't it? Though there are rose petals too? Yeah, for Klaude. Only because the rose and the lily aesthetics is a good combination, no? I agree. You're not wrong. It has absolutely nothing to do with stealing your spotlight, I can assure you. Not that I don't mind, I don't care. No, of course not. I cannot stop smiling as I take in the sight of the town. It is beautiful at this time of night, and seeing the townsfolk so immersed in all the festivities makes me happy. Thank you, Klaude. I know, thank you. Thank you, baby. Your smile is thanks enough, love. Oh, shut up. And we both owe thanks to your family, the palace servants, and those at the Marchen. I would not have been able to plan all of this without them. Aww. Once we are closer to the palace gates and out of view of everyone else, I lean forward to plant a kiss on Klaude's cheek. He blushes immediately. The endearing flush on his cheeks makes me laugh. I love you, Klaude. You're so cute. I love you too, darling. Yeah. He puts a hand on the rose locket. With all my heart. I loop my arm through his as we make our way through the gates. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's so cute. We got a little birthday celebration. And I'm pretty sure... I don't know if this will be the end of that chapter. That seems like a lot has happened really quickly. I plop down on my bed with a sigh. The night celebrations have gone on so long I am more exhausted than usual. Sleep feels incredibly alluring, but... Oh, what? Oh yeah, he needs to give us his gift. I sit up as Klaude enters the room with a bright smile. And here I was hoping you'd fallen asleep so I could wake you with a kiss. That will not be necessary. Klaude steps forward and holds out a small box to me. It is simply wrapped with a small blue ribbon on top of it. I wonder what it could be. Klaude takes a seat beside me as I unfasten the ribbon at the top and pop the box open. After getting through layers of wrapping paper, I find a smaller box inside. Oh my god, is this a box in a box within a box? I pop the box open carefully and stare at what I see inside. Another box. No. It's a lily necklace that can match with his rose one. Oh, that's so cute. I take the pendant and its chain out of the box carefully and trace the petals with my fingers. My eyes immediately go to the rose pendant on Klaude's chest. Now we match. I know, now we match! My fingers tighten around the lily pendant. The celebration of the Marchen and for the townsfolk, the cake, and this gift. Despite Claude's flair for the dramatic, he was still able to give me so many things today without sacrificing their genuineness. You like it? Yup, I love it. No, I love it. Claude's expression falls, then just as quickly he looks confused when I laugh. I love it. See, I told you I don't like it. I love it. You really do love to tease me, don't you? Only because you look cute. Your expressions and your reactions are very cute. I put a hand on his knee and lean forward, still gripping the pendant in my fingers. I promise to treasure it always. Thank you, Klaude. Oh. Before he can say anything, I lean forward to kiss him. Our lips meet in a kiss that starts soft and then eases into something deeper. I lean into him, causing him to fall back on the bed. Ooh. Ooh. Ho ho ho, you're in one of those moods. Not at all. I just noticed your form was lacking, so I exploited your weakness. Tisk, I should know better than to let my guard down in front of my best pupil. Who is this? Who is this interrupting my moment? Our moment? I lean toward him again, my lips brushing his once again, but a knock startles us both. Okay, when neither of us says anything, the knock comes again. Excuse the interruption, Princess Hana, Prince Klaude. The king desires to speak with the prince in the throne room. Uh-oh. He says it is about the celebration budget. Oh, yeah, I hope you didn't go over budget, Klaude. Celebration budget? Klaude? Klaude rolls out from underneath me with a sheepish laugh. Right, I suppose that is important. Klaude. He calls back that he will be at the throne room shortly. The maid leaves, her footsteps echoing out in the hall. What is this about a celebration budget? Well, many of the supplies we set up in the town for your birthday celebration had to be paid for from a fund. Brigantia helped fund some of this too in honor of our marriage, but he smiles sheepishly. I am afraid I have yet to explain that part to the king. I stifle a sigh as he smooths down his clothes. I am about to wave him off when he leans down in front of me once more. He uncurls my fingers from around the lily pendant and holds it up. If you don't mind, darling. Oh, yeah. He leans back to clasp the necklace at the back of my neck. When he pulls away, the lily pendant hangs from my neck. Yeah. This small weight reminds me of the glass slipper necklace I used to have in this same place. I'll see you later, Hana. Oh. The two of us say our goodbyes before he rushes from the room, leaving me alone to think of the events of the day. Oh. Okay. Well, next day. So, about the budget. Are we broke or what? Days pass after that, and the usual schedule begins to fall back into place. Klaude has returned to his usual morning meetings with the king and his class sessions. My own schedule is composed of meetings and lessons, including magic practices with Delora and Weltz. On top of all those things, I have the lessons that I mentioned to Lance. Lance took my suggestions to ask Klaude for assistance to heart, which means that I had to find a time that worked for all three of us. In the end, we decided on a time after Claude's lessons. That is why we are all gathered in the dining hall now. Oh yeah, the speech. You're so stiff you could be a sculpture. Lance attempts to relax his shoulders and ends up slouching. No, that's too relaxed. Llama. Have you forgotten all those lessons we took together? I thought your memory was better than that. Hey now. Go easy on him. Lance smiles sheepishly. I notice his eyes flicker to me, then down to the floor again. Am I making him nervous? I could leave. No. Oh. I guess I'm the buffer between the two. Oh man. They both speak at the same time. Klaude sighs as he runs a hand through his hair. For a few moments, annoyance flickers onto his expression, then quickly fades away. I'm sorry, Karma. Apologize by getting it right. I know you can do this. We both took speaking lessons together. Now, start again. Lance once again squares his shoulders and looks at the two of us solemnly. He's about to speak when Klaude holds out his hand. Yeah, now you're too serious. Why do you look so angry? If you have that scowl fixed to your face, you'll intimidate your audience. Lance cringes as he tries to settle his expression into something gentler. A small smile slips onto his face and Klaude sighs again. Now you're smiling. What exactly is the problem? You know the problem. I'm terrible at crowds. No, that's not it. You've spoken to crowds plenty of times. This has nothing to do with the audience at all, does it? Oh, it's the subject material. Well, of course I would be stressed about the subject material. This is a speech announcing my inevitable ascension to the throne. How can I not be stressed about it? You gotta have confidence in yourself, Lance. You gotta be like, yes, I can do this. Believe. Fake it till you make it. Most times I feel like I'm not worthy of the title of king. See, that's your problem right there. You don't got no confidence. But hey, we here now, at least, you know, he can now be truthful and vulnerable to Klaude, who thinks, you know, Klaude all this time and thinks, you know, Lance has got everything in order, you know, like he's perfect. When Klaude remains silent, Lance crosses his arms and looks at him quizzically. Karma? Klaude's only response is a sullen glare. Why is he so angry? I don't understand. Oh, what? Don't understand? It is an honor to be crowned a king. We have been preparing for that duty our whole lives. Well, yeah, but Lance was just like, yeah, but like, I wasn't expecting it so soon, you know? You've known as long as I that this honor would one day be bestowed upon us. Never once have I seen you struggle or complain. And yet now that I am out of the picture, you suddenly flounder. Hey now, Karma. Guys, should we take 5? Hello? I did not give up that title just so you could bring shame to it. Lance stares at him, obviously shocked by this turn in the conversation. My surprise mirrors his. What? What? Yeah, what? 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 Both of us speak in unison. I'm disappointed in you, Lance. Oh. The anger on Klaude's face is alarmingly palpable. He glares at Lance, who is looking more and more like he might succumb beneath that gaze. Guys, this is not right, but interject remains silent. Ouch, I hit my hand. Ow. Hey, I mean, I want to say go easy on him. Like, again, like, I don't think he expected it to be so soon, Lance, like, that he's gonna take the crown. So, like, go easy on him. But at the same time, like, I feel like this definitely is a conversation that should be had between them two. You know? Like, I get why Klaude is angry, because it's like, I think he's angry that Lance doesn't have confidence in himself to take on the title when, again, he's had the same lessons that Klaude has had in the growing up, but, you know, it seems like he wasn't taking it in stride like he thought he was. I don't know. Oh my god. I don't know, guys. Should I interject, guys? Do I mediate? I don't. This is so awkward. But I feel like this is the first time that at the same time it's like, again, Klaude has already mentioned before, like, they seem like they can't have a conversation with each other without fighting over something or bickering over something. But at the same time, it's like, guys, you need to work through that. You need to find a middle ground. You need to, like, try to compromise, understand where the other is coming from. Should I remain silent? I mean, remaining silent before is okay, but like at the same time, I feel like, yeah, I feel like Lance needs to also learn how to like speak up for himself, you know? Like kind of like how we left it to him with Chevalier. But I'm gonna remain silent. It is not my business to say anything. Whatever problems they have between the two of them should be worked out between them. Yeah, like Lance, speak your truth. Like, speak your mind. Like, let him know. Like, don't, like, sure, he's saying all these things because he thinks of one thing. There's like, and then now you can say how you feel. I apologize. Okay. Why are you apologizing? What happened to your backbone? Why are you allowing me to walk all over you? Yeah. Like, I feel like Lance needs to, learn how to speak up for himself. Lance. Say something. Lance looks at him distraught. Is something wrong, Karma? Something is definitely amiss, but I cannot imagine what it is. That question isn't necessary. This is about you, not me. Is it? Is it about Lance, or is it really about you, Klaude? Are you not... Is something going on with you too that we don't know? I am unable to withhold my opinion. Okay. I step forward, eyebrows furrowed. Okay, guys. Lance was simply asking for help, and now you're angry at him for some reason. This is not about him. This is about you, isn't it? Right? Like, I tried to give you guys the floor, but apparently it's not working. Klaude? If this is about my being stressed, then I apologize. I want to do my best when giving this speech. The last thing I want to do is embarrass father. The dining hall doors open and a few servants enter, breaking apart the conversation. Lance and Klaude immediately fix a smile to their faces as if nothing has happened. We'll continue this next time, Lance. Of course. Guys. The two give each other courteous nods before Klaude turns and walks away. As he passes by me, he leans over and whispers into my ear. What? Whispers what? Oh. Is my game freaking out? Oh, it is. It kind of is. Oh. I'm sorry you had to see that, darling. I'll explain later. Okay. These are the last words he speaks before he leaves the dining hall. Not too long after he has left, I follow behind, gripping the lily necklace tightly in my fingers and grumbling to myself. And just when I thought things were returning to normal, and just when I thought that they could work out their differences, like, I mean, I gave them the chance to. Okay, well, that's that. A Kingdom's Weight. It's chapter 4's title. Okay, well. Okay, well. And as per usual, we're going to leave it at that, because that's how we run things around here with this Let's Play. So we're going to continue in the next chapter, in the next episode. But yeah, wow, okay, lots to take in, lots of tension, lots of yeah, things are going wrong. But yeah, okay, so all right. Guess there is some underlying issues with Klaude, obviously, because there was some sprinklings of it in the past chapter, but then it kind of got swept under the rug for a bit during our birthday celebration, but now it's kind of creeping up again. So yeah, subscribe and turn on the notification bell to my channel to notify you guys the next time I'm going to upload a Let's Play, if it's Cinderella Phenomenon, if you're looking forward to, or anything else on my channel that I have going on, because in case y'all don't know, or you know, just a reminder, just a little friendly reminder, I am on a semi-hiatus on the channel. My uploading schedule is a little bit up in the air because, again, I don't really know when I have opportunities to sit down and record for you guys and upload. So the best way to know when the next time I'm going to upload is to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because otherwise, even if you ask me directly, I can't give you a straight answer. Sometimes it's a week without uploads, sometimes it'll be 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, who knows. But yeah, other than that, I am still active on the channel itself, so even if you leave comments or little messages on my videos, I will get back to them as soon as I can. But yeah, otherwise, I'll see you guys next time, but for now, bye!